Am I unmuted? Okay, there I go. I didn't know if I was unmuted or not. Hey, y'all. Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Hey.
There we go.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, everybody. What's going on? Welcome back to Real Queens Real Talk with a Gentleman's Perspective. I am your favorite Auntie MoMo. My screen over here on this end of StreamYard is acting a whole ass fool right now. Okay. I'm going to need my screen to get caught up with where I'm at right now. But hey, y'all, while it's getting caught up, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Real Queens Real Talk with a Gentleman's Perspective. There we go. It was really on some shit. Hey to everybody in the chat. What's going on to my oldest sister, Black Diamonds World? Y'all make sure y'all check out Black Diamonds World. What's up to Black Diamonds World? Gemini Fly. I seen Opulence Prime in here. Tracy in the building. Tracy, I gave you the link just in case you needed it. But hey, everybody, do me a favor. If y'all have not done so just yet, make sure you hit that thumbs up on your way in. Also, make sure you share us out so everybody knows that they didn't miss us last night. You know what I'm saying? Because we here right now. You know what I'm saying? I was spending some time. Yesterday was Sunday Fun Day. What's going on, baby bro? Joseph, little nephew. What's going on to you? Yesterday I had to spend time with the fam bam. Okay, we cooked. We were trying to get back. Well, we're trying to start this tradition of doing Sunday dinner or Saturday dinner, whatever, family dinner on the weekends. And so we did a little family dinner. Your girl threw down in the kitchen because that's just what I do or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, y'all, y'all give me some feedback in the chat as well. Let me know if Monday works good for y'all. If y'all prefer Sunday over Monday, whatever. Just let us know.
Monday works well for me.
Monday works well for you. How about Sir Neale and Mizzle and those out there in the chat? How y'all feel about Mondays? Us coming to you.
Mine fluctuates, but Sunday always works. But Mondays fluctuate, so it's not consistent if I would have the time off.
Yeah. Well, we'll be in the talks in the background, and we're gonna work it out either way it go. My bad. I'm trying to share us out at the same time as I'm on here talking. But y'all, we got some good topics for tonight. We're gonna have us a good little kiki, okay? I be the pound say Monday is good. Give me something to look forward to before bed. Yes. You sure enough appreciate your support. I appreciate you, girl, because you sure have been coming through and showing love on a consistent basis. I see that. I recognize that. I notice that. Trust me. I notice stuff like that. Yes, child. And Joseph as well. Joseph said, I'm sleepy on Monday. Trust me. Monday is it was just another case of Mondays. That's all I can say. Brittany said, I don't care. I'm always going to pull up. Oh, baby, Brittany stays with the shits. I love Brittany. She stays with the shits, and I'm with the child. I already know she finna say something crazy. Every time she come in here, she finna say something off the wall.
Look, Sunday, Monday, it don't matter to me. I'm off Mondays anyway. I don't care.
Okay, cool. We'll chop it up in the background, see what y'all want to do. These are some topics that we have for tonight, y'all. Y'all see how I fixed it? I said I'm not going to cover up just one or two faces. I'm going to cover up all our damn faces. How about that, okay? So, y'all, we're going to get into the TikTok challenge gone wrong. This student is facing felony charges for that TikTok challenge. We're also going to talk about Sydney Starr and Darius McCray. What is really going on with that whole situation? We're going to give our little 2 cents because Darius, some ain't writing the Kool-Aid with you, bruh. We're going to get into that. Alec Baldwin shot somebody on the set of his new movie with a prop gun. I got so many goddamn questions about that. Willie and Shonda Taylor, y'all remember them. He's from Day 26. They were on Marriage Boot Camp. She blasted their relationship on IG. We're going to get to talking about that because me and Mizzle kind of already talked about that yesterday in his live, but we got some thoughts and our opinions on that. Lil Boosie has gone too far with his rant that he went on about Lil X. Condoleezza Rice, as Dave Chappelle calls her, Condolingus Rice, she spoke on critical racial thinking?
Critical race theory.
Critical race theory in schools And basically, long story short, she believes that white kids should not be felt guilty for basically Black history and things like that because they're white. We gonna talk about that. That make no goddamn sense to me. A 16-year-old, 18-year-old married her 61-year-old godfather. They had it all wrong in the tab, and I just have to do some last minute research. But 18-year-old married her 61-year-old godfather. They share a 2-year-old together, and she has 3 other kids. We're gonna get to talking about that because that's a whole ass situation right there. And then tonight, y'all, for our I see you, sir. I see you, girl. There you go. Wait.
No, I didn't know about the 3 other kids. That's why I'm like,
okay, we're gonna get to that. Hold on, puppy breaks. We're gonna get to that. And then we're gonna end with a shout out to Mizzle with the threesome, the one night stand, and a regular F buddy. And it's gonna be all the Queen's Men edition tonight, y'all. Got us some nice little chocolate. Oh, Lord, all the Queen's Men is what the edition's gonna be tonight. So, big sis, Black Diamonds World, make sure to stay to the end, girl, because I got something for you, sis. I got something for you, Black Diamonds World. Okay. So first of all, I didn't even check in, mental health check in. Everybody doing okay? How was everybody's week? How was everybody's weekend?
Yeah, things was good.
Good. Went to the Erykah Badu concert. That was wonderful. Danced my ass off. I had to recuperate the next day.
I've seen videos and pictures of the Erykah Badu concert.
Oh my gosh, nice.
I just wanted to be there in the audience, right there in the front yard, where she was singing "Back in the Day when Things Were Cool."
Yes. And the best part, because it was outside, the outside amphitheater, so we have to wear a mask. We can bring our own food, you know what I'm saying? So, and all my family, my gay family friends were there, you know what I'm saying? It was bomb. I ain't party like that in like the last since quarantine popped off.
I would love for Erykah Badu. And she's from Dallas. Like, come on, Erykah. Come here and give us a doggone birthday shoe.
She's shutting down. She's on tour right now.
Oh, happy birthday. 5th birthday.
It's my fur baby's 5th birthday. Aw.
happy birthday.
Your fur baby. What's your fur baby's name? You want to know Gemini Fly. What's your fur baby's name? Did I miss
You don't know your child's name?
Your child's name?
Your child.
Weekend was straight, cook for the family as well. Yes, don't you love that? I love cooking for my family. I love it. I love them to get fat and full and pass out. That's cute. I like that. All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and get into some of these topics tonight. First thing that we are going to get into, a 16-year-old student, Larania Jackson, faces felony charges, second-degree felony charges, battery for assaulting her 64-year-old teacher, disabled teacher.
I know. I'm sorry.
She faces up to 10 years in prison. Now, she is 18, okay? She is going to be arraigned on December the 8th, 9 a.m. And like I said, she's charged with felony, second-degree battery, and cruelty to the infirmed. She need her whole ass whoop for that. Ass whoop for that. Now, first and foremost, these kids are taking these goddamn TikTok challenges
too goddamn far.
And then when it comes to a situation like this where you're facing felony charges, that's a goddamn problem. And then on top of that, I'm sorry, I know that, and I can say that as a parent, you raise your child not to do certain things, and you don't expect for them to go out into this world and act a goddamn fool. But at the same time, where in your child's mind do they think it's okay for them to go and slap not only an elderly person that's 64, but a disabled elderly person? Now, all of this was caught on video, and of course, I'm not going to play the video. I'm trying to get my little coin Dillas for November, okay? So I ain't going to do nothing to fuck up the algorithm. But where are the mom and the daddy in this? And if she don't, even if she do or don't go to jail, if they whoop her ass, like, she should have got a whooping with a belt. I'm sorry, I sound old school for that, but she should have got a whole ass whoop with a goddamn belt. Baby sis, what are your thoughts on that?
First of all, I know I'm going to hell because I laughed, but that
All right, we all are, girl.
I'm driving the party bus, and I've reconciled with that with myself. I'm okay with that. I just, for the elderly people out there watching, no, I do not think that is appropriate. I do think violence is funny. Context is involved. That being said, this little girl does need her entire ass whooped. Entire. Because I wish it.
Do you know Daddy would have shut the entire block down?
I can't even fathom the craziness this man would go to. First of all, he about lost his damn mind when I got sent to the principal's office in 7th grade. All right. Yes. This man rolled up to my middle school, was like, Jacqueline, why are you cutting class? I'm like, first of all, Daddy, wasn't cutting class. I was in the bathroom.
You was cutting class in the bathroom.
That's what's his mind. All right. We need more daddies like that. We need more mamas like your mama wasn't how my mama is. Both of them bitches is crazy. And I hate to call your mama and my mama a bitch, but bitches be crazy. She needs her entire ass whooped. And that's it. That's all I got to say. I'm sorry for laughing again, though, but it's defense mechanism. Yeah. But at the same time, felony charges, I get it. She's 18. Let a white person do that to a 64 disabled person. You won't even hear about it in the news. I do think that it's a huge double standard and they are being extra harsh on her because of this. But she still need her ass whooped. Any other person, any other skin tone would have been a misdemeanor. Bump that shit down to a misdemeanor. Give her anger management, community service. What you actually give her community service in a retirement center. That'll teach your ass a lesson.
Nah, because she lying to knock the shit out of one of them old folks in the home, and then you have some real ass charges on your head because she gonna knock the shit out of somebody, grandma.
I try to get her to like learn a lesson.
Back blue, goddamn it! I know I would. She better hope. See, and this is the thing too. This was not saying nothing, you know, because you never know. She probably got some crazy ass grandkids too. But had you did this to a black woman, had that been my grandmama, I'd have came up to that school and knocked her motherfucking cat back blue. I'm not doggone lying.
And if mama and daddy didn't whoop her ass, I would have whooped her ass too. I'm sorry. Let that be Nana. I don't even like grandma for real, but go ahead and let that be my grandma.
I don't even think about that. My Nana? I need to take a drink on that, child. You just hit me in the gut. My
Alberta White does not play.
Not Alberta, not Jessie Mae, not Bernice Nelson, not none of that. Not Jessie Mae, none of that. Not Marty Brown, none of that. Go ahead, though, Miss. What are your thoughts?
First of all, she's smirking an African thing like she thought something's cute in African mugshot. I said, girl, it's not cute. You about to go to jail. So I don't know why you smiling for. And like I was saying last time, this TikTok challenge. First of all, TikTok shouldn't air this challenge up in the first place to just ban that and all that stuff. And all these teenagers using that. And it's like since it came out, she's the only one who don't want to go forward and do that. Don't want to go forward and do that. And then go to a disabled elderly lady. What the hell she did? You probably bad in school. Then you want to beat her because of a challenge? That's what I said. She should get left back 10 times if she want to act like she want to be going to jail. So I was like, I'm saying sorry. Yes, you should not be hitting no elderly, no school personnel, because I know there's some school laws out there. If you just like if you hit a bus driver or something like that, it's a felony charge. It's straight felony charge. It's not a misdemeanor or something like that, no matter who you are. So I guess this might be the same in place for school employees and stuff, but maybe not, I don't know. But it is stupid. And you get caught on video like that too. It's like, girl,
You dummy.
And I was saying that she shouldn't do it if it was no cameras, but at the same time, she shouldn't do it. And it's just stupid in her part. So, you know, you should get no sympathy. She shouldn't get no sympathy at all. You wouldn't be smirking, think it's cute. Like you were trying to press somebody in the classroom or whatever. You thought some people was on your side. No, you by yourself. So.
Exactly. And quite honestly, the person recording that, they need to be punished some kind of way too, because you sat up there. But then again, you did turn the shit in. Let me take that back. You turned the video in. You said something. Hopefully, you said something that just wasn't somebody, you know, happened to run across something. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like hopefully they were the ones who recorded it. They turned it in because they didn't like what was happening. I hope so. And it just didn't have to go viral. Yeah.
Anything's getting recorded these days. So you think you're doing
like
something
like that, right?
Yep. So Neale, what are your thoughts on it? Oh, we got Tracy back. So you know Tracy's gonna go off, John. What are your thoughts, Sir Neale?
Okay. I had to put this in perspective. I ain't been in high school in a few goddamn years. You know what I'm saying? But I had a good high school experience. I went to a performing arts school. You know what I'm saying? So that shit was like Debbie Allen and shit. But we had our basic classes and shit. You know, we had our math history, but we had our acting and shit. But when I was watching it, I was like, if that was the classroom in my generation, she would have got jumped by my peers.
Yep.
On site. Especially if it was a favorite teacher.
Because our teachers were all like in their own magnanimous way because it was performing arts school. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They're basically grown-ass nerds, grown-ass musicians and artists and stuff like that. They've become teachers. So they were cool. They weren't like your stuck up, you know, I don't want to be disrespectful, like mid-city, you know, teacher, you know, that hate being a teacher, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But yeah, she would have got jumped by my peers. We would have like, and then we would have went got the principal. And that's on GP. And not to mention, it's like, I think she got some shit going on at home, you know?
Or something, because what she,
Yeah, and and everybody's held accountable. The person that was recording it did not turn it in. It was just circulating, and the school heard of it, and then that's how it got caught on. But the person that recorded it did not turn it in.
See, and that's horrible.
That's fucked up.
Kids, their morals is fucked up too. What city were they in?
Yep. I didn't catch what city. I didn't catch what city it was in.
But all their morals was fucked up because that was completely out of hand. I don't give a fuck. It was a challenge. It was distasteful. And you know what? I hate when black people do shit. I hate when it's always a motherfucking nigga that's doing this shit.
Yes. Not nothing against our people, but our people should goddamn know better. Don't be out here doing that.
Already. It's so distasteful. Go do your homework appropriately. It ain't worth that.
Embarrassing Big Mom and them. That's crazy. Yeah. Tracy, did you have something that you want to say about it?
Oh, she black and she 18, so she an adult. So yeah, I understand why they gave her felony charges because she black. But she's also 18.
Yeah, she's 18. She's
also 18. She's also 18. So I think she wanted to slap her grandma or her mama. And was like, this is my opportunity. Because how you slapping old people? But then how you slapping old disabled people?
An old disabled person.
Like, honey, like, what?
You going under the jail, heifer.
That's like elder abuse. You know they take that serious.
Bye-bye, young lady. Bye-bye.
The same ones that'll be so quick to hit an old person's quick to rob them, to do anything to an old person. Again, she may have issues at home. I hope she has issues at home. I would hate to think that this beautiful young woman just woke up one morning and decided my life is good. My life is wonderful. I want for nothing. I have no issues. I'm bored. Let me start some shit.
And let me fuck up my whole life. And like,
I don't want to think like that because literally today is harder for Black people than it's ever been. And I would hate that she would go out of her way to make her life 1,000 times harder.
To go viral.
That's not what happened. She was bored and she was on TikTok. That's the problem.
See, and
Like,
again,
that's the problem right there.
I don't want to think like that because I'm on TikTok and it must be with age.
This is the thing. You're older and you got something to lose.
I do.
She's young and dumb and she's not thinking about the consequences. She's thinking about going viral on TikTok because once I go viral, well, shit, I'm going to be on and I'm going to be popping. But little do you know, you went viral for the wrong reasons. And now this is forever going to be on your record, a battery. So no matter, you can't get into so many colleges. Like you done already messed up your career right there.
You can't forget college. No college wants you.
She can't be a home health aide.
A community college.
No college will take her unless she does online colleges.
Online college.
All right, so let's set the bar more realistically. If you 18 in high school slapping old people, let's set the bar realistically. You're not going to be a CNA. You can't be a home health aide. Honey, you can't work at a daycare. Where are you going, sis?
She gonna work HVAC.
Where are you going, sis? Like, where are you really going?
She gonna go to ICDC college with Lil Romeo.
Not ICDC. Not ICDC.
It's not college. Still even functioning.
You're sitting there, you're wasting your time. You say, I'm gonna do it over again.
Girl.
I'm gonna do it over again. No, do it right now. That's the college she gonna go to. It's not funny. It's really not funny because she need her ass whooped. Hopefully,
her hole, the deepest, darkest, blackest part of her crevice need to get touched by a switch, extension cord, belt. I don't care. Something.
Like I said.
No. She grown. She going to jail. they gonna take care of it there. I mean, better hope you got a nice celly. I don't know what to tell you, sis.
And
but
as
I told my son who was also 18, I was like, honey, I need you to understand. You black on the outside, baby. They don't care what you feel like you are on the inside. You don't get those same privileges. So you can't do things and people say, oh, you're young. Your brain's still developing. You didn't mean it. Absolutely not. When they see you, they think you've been plotting this since you was 5, okay? You've been plotting this your whole life. That's what you've been plotting. To slap old disabled white women. Don't do this to yourself. Like, you've been plotting this your whole life since you were in kindergarten. You've been plotting. This is what they think of when they see you.
My entire life.
I don't know, somewhere. Everywhere.
And now done caught up with his goddamn ass.
Factual.
And with her goddamn ass. And now she's sitting out there looking goddamn stupid. Well, she better hope that they don't charge her too serious, but regardless of that, she's still going to be charged with something. I mean, you fucked up. You need to be charged with something. I'm sorry. I can't roll with you on this. When you wrong, and goddamn it, your ass, you going to jail. You going to jail. You going to jail. Anyways, yeah, look at Mizzle talking about. Moving on, y'all. The next thing we're gonna get into is Sydney Starr and Darius McCray, y'all. Sydney Starr irks my nerves.
Messy boots, messy high heels, messy flats, messy meal toes, messy sneakers, messy flip-flops, messy house shoes, messy moccasins, messy cowboy boots, messy motherfucking woven Mexican Peruvian sandals, fucking thong messy. Boots.
I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard of her. I don't know of her. Like, I'm familiar with this story and I got my say-so in it. But Sir Neale, you're going hard on somebody.
Well, you listen. Sydney Starr has a reputation of trying to out men who may or may not.
Wait, was this one the one that was with the college football player?
No.
I got my people confused. I know she's a tranny. Transgender. You're right. I'm sorry.
Yes,
transgender.
No. Whoa. No, she said it correctly. Because technically, if we're going by the medical terms, if you go look it up, they sure put tranny in brackets. So technically, I need y'all not to be offended. go talk to the medical community because they show bracketed tranny when they're describing trans men and trans women. That's they stuck tranny shoulder to brackets.
You know what?
Talk to the medical board. But
I don't want no smoke. I don't want no drama. Transgender.
Point blank period. Okay.
No smoke, no drama. I apologize.
She is known for first trying to out Chingy years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Chingy, I like the way you
do that. I never pegged him for gay.
Get him, Miz. Yeah,
no, that was
I can count on Mizzle to come through with a little bop bop. I sure appreciate that. But she first tried to out him years ago, and she also lied and said that she was post-op transgender, which she later on came out and admitted to lying that she was still pre-op transgender, and she also admitted to lying about trying to out Chingy as well. Well, now here recently, she did some sort of photo shoot for, I believe it's a movie or some kind of film or something that's coming out with Darius McCray. Y'all know who he is. He was on Family Matters. Now, the video that was shown, I actually thought that they were together, okay? If you see the look on Darius's face, the way he was like biting down his teeth, and you know how that little muscle, right there, when you see something that you feel it, like that. Well, he also participated when he was thirsty and using her as well. Yes, some may say that, but I mean, the video to me looked like two people who
run it up
each other, who was like, you know, the video. I'll leave the link to where you can watch it at.
No, I didn't see the video. I just want to see it again. I didn't see it all, girl.
You want to see it again? Okay, but she basically went to the shade room and said that her and Darius McCray had been together for a year. He later came out with his fiance doing some sort of weird ass interview, which I'm getting ready to pull that up, saying that they that it's not true that him and his fiance are together, that basically she was Sydney was out trying to thirst trap and not thirst trap, she was out trying to clout chase. Then in this weird ass interview, his fiance got up and started kissing a bunch of females in the mouth. I really didn't understand what was going on with that. Let me see if I can get this to play. But while I'm getting this to play, baby sis, what are your thoughts? Because another thing, if y'all can see this video, I mean, this picture that's down over here in the corner, she on the cool tried to say something about Taye Diggs, I feel like. Because in this video, I mean, in this picture, she says, she reveals that she's also friends with Taye Diggs following the Darius McCray drama. Now, again, I kind of feel like in a way she was sort of trying to backtrack and be like, no, I'm friends with a lot of straight men who are celebrities, but that's not what you said in the beginning.
No. Okay.
What are your thoughts on that?
First of all, bitch need to keep my baby daddy out her fucking mouth. All right? Leave Taye Diggs the fuck all the way along. I'll never. You heard me. My baby daddy, Sydney Powell. Never. I don't never want to hear Taye Diggs come out of her lips again. Okay? That's number one. Number two, Eddie, Mr. Winslow. It's okay that you hit it and quit it with the transsexual. Does not matter. Honestly, if she sucked your dick, if you sucked her dick, it doesn't matter. You ain't even got to fess up to it, but just clearly she wants a crumb. Throw her a crumb. She'll go away. Maybe. I don't know.
Here's the dollar. Here you go.
But again, I know of her because I heard this story, but I didn't know that she got my baby daddy up in her mouth, and I don't appreciate it. That's it. That's all I gotta say. And if you pre-op, post-op, it don't matter. Don't lie. Like I feel like why these women and men get mad at these transgendered for tricking them is because in their mind they have been tricked. If you're telling them that, yeah, I used to be a guy, but now I'm a girl all the way, and you're not, then you're kind of asking for whatever repercussions come afterwards.
I agree with that.
If They were at one point hooking up, one night stand, in the closet, out the closet. I don't know. Who cares? Bring the receipts. That's all I gotta say. Don't start stirring the pot if you can't prove it, because now you look like an even bigger liar than what you already were. And ain't you trying to get your acting career off? Who's gonna hire you if they can't believe you? Come on now, sister.
Sister. He's so sick.
That's all I just said. That's all I gotta say. Keep my baby daddy out your mouth, and that's it.
Oh,
and I'm done. Period. Because if I hear it again, I'm hunt you down, and me and you we gonna go rounds. Period.
Mizzle, what's your thoughts?
Okay, so yeah, I don't know why she put it out there that day. I don't think they really dated. I don't think so. That's my opinion. I don't think they really dated at all, so like that. And yes, the video, that photo, whatever shoot they was doing, they was taking some photos, because you see people clicking on that stuff. And they were doing the thing. It looked suggestive, whatever. At the end of the day, he likes what he likes, like that, whatever, or he did. But I don't think they really dated. I think she posted the lab and said, "Oh, we've been friends for a while," all that stuff like that. And then he came out and said, "Oh, we never this and never that." Or she said, "Oh, make me the bad guy." She ain't putting up receipts out there and say, "Oh, well, no, we was doing this and that." No, she put it out there. Then she put a picture and said, "Oh, I'm friends with a lot of straight men." So I said, what was your point in keep doing all that? Like,
thank you.
Why are you proving us that you're friends with straight men? It doesn't matter. It's like, you friends, it's like that, but why are you consistent of making us believe that you're doing something with these guys, or you friends with straight men? Why are you putting that out there? If straight man is comfortable with it, so they could be friends with you. It's nothing wrong. It's like a straight man could be friends with a transgender woman. It's like, it doesn't matter. But don't put it out there like something more than it is. If it's friendship, it's friendship. But don't put it out there that it's more, because now you're playing people's emotions. You're playing the game, and that's dangerous. So you don't do that. Now, I don't believe that they did anything or they was in relationships like that. If they did, that's supposed to be a private matter. Don't be put it out there. But I don't believe that. I think she put it out there to get people buzzing, because people don't like people when you in the limelight and people don't be talking about you. You got to put something out there to make the people talk about you. Now, like, we know nobody was rocking for Sydney Starr since she been on Love and Hip Hop.
No,
nobody had been talking about her like that. So now all of a sudden she just put something out there. It's been like, what's going on now? People saying that, well, it's OT. So I don't care. He likes what he likes. It doesn't matter. And he always give. If y'all know, and follow Darius McCrary, he always give that sexual energy, no matter who he with. He give that sexual energy in his movies, all that stuff. He gives that. So maybe that's what probably played on. Like, it was more to that. And I think the post that she put that and said we've been friends for a while. So where people get relationship came from? Why people ran with that story relationship? I mean, she said that there was maybe I.
She said that to the Shade Room.
Oh, okay, Shade Room. Because the one I saw, she said we just been friends.
No, she said we've been friends after he was at the restaurant and he did that live with Child. I was finna call her.
Oh, so she said it. He dumbed up it, and then she backpedaled and said we just friends. Oh yeah, so she was playing the game. So she
backpedaled and said that we just friends, and then that's when she put that other photo out with her and Tay Diggs talking about, see, I'm friends with a lot of straight men. Yeah, you saying that now, but you went to the Shade Room that y'all been dating for a year.
And if it's a clout tracer, you could say both are clout tracers and whatever. We don't know, because we don't be following him like that anyway. So they both was playing up this game, whatever they doing for clout, if you want to say, in both parts. Because at the end of the day, it looked suggestive. It did look something more than, but I don't believe they was anything more than that. It just looked suggestive. But at the end of the day, it's just stupid. It's just really stupid. We can't be doing these games. At the end of the day, you want to clout, just say you want to clout. That's like, it is what it is.
Yeah, and you see that Baby Hayes in that video, she was like grinding her ass on him, and he was like hitting her ass, and he had some grip to it. Now, this was not a part of the photo shoot itself. This was like her own personal video that she was like shooting and showing, like this, like if you dancing on your man and all of that, and he like looking, biting his lip, smacking it and kind of gripping to it, not like a regular. I'm talking like with a grip to it. I was like, whoa.
Didn't they kiss in that photo shoot too?
Yes. No, not in the photo shoot, on that video that she did.
That's what I knew that they kissed.
Yep. So I don't know, but you know what? Baby Hay said that. What if they was both playing it up because they got this film coming out and they need to bring some attention?
Yeah,
to
like
it?
something's
You
like
never know.
I get that, but like, fucking start a fight. Do something else. Don't pretend like you're sticking your penis in someone else. Don't act like you sucking up someone else, especially when this man got a whole fiance. I don't care if they got whatever relationship they may or may not be in, may or may not have. Doesn't matter. He got a whole fiance on this side. Meanwhile, you're on this side saying, yeah, me and him been together. And this is why I can't be in Hollywood. Period. This is why.
What's your thoughts on it?
Okay, this is my opinion. But to me, Sydney Starr looked like she's musty. She also looks like she leaks lack of class, dignity, and self-respect.
I would agree.
She would rather be known for fucking somebody than actually having a starring role, let alone have a sound bit worth something. You're talking about fucking Eddie Winslow. You're losing, baby girl.
Okay.
I would do that fucking Tyrone at the barbershop, okay?
You can at least have a Steve Urkel.
Let me, the library is still open. Okay?
Reed. Come on, Reed.
You cannot disrespect your own transgender women by conducting your way as such. You cannot. There are transgender women that you couldn't even clock nor tee, but if they were in that situation, they will let a man know I am a transgender woman with no fucking shame whatsoever, because they know the dangers behind that. They know that that can also be mental a fuck up to a man. You know what I'm saying? So for her to tout this in front of the celebrity limelight is tactless, classless, gross, deplorable, everything. We can't. This is so foul for the transgender community that this person. But we have others, so let's not just put this. You know what I'm saying? But as the transgender community grows within the public light, for her to represent this is piss puddle, ugh. And I bet you she's musty.
Oh, probably smell like boiled bus seats. What you got? What's your thoughts, Tracy?
Did she learn how to walk in heels yet? Because I'm just wondering. Because remember, she was like, every time she was on Betty, she was falling all over the place. You remember every time she was trying to walk around, she kept falling. Did she learn how to walk in heels yet? Or just fine because she was standing there? Maybe he was holding on to her like that so she didn't fall over. Because you notice that the heifer can't walk worth a damn. Like, not at all. She was every time. I was like, girl, why you falling so much? Why you falling
she
so much?
She was falling a lot. The bitch was standing there and fall. She was falling a lot.
Exactly. But again, she's a troll. So I do not put anything past a troll. It definitely gives, oh my gosh, we both need this check. So we need people to watch whatever this is about to be on whatever low budget streaming service this little thing is about to be on. Listen, it's giving I wish I was Lee Daniels. I wish I was Tyler Perry, but I'm still not. It's very much so giving Zeus-esque kind of tease. It's very much so giving low budget, very much giving web series. It's very much so trying to give revitalizing two dead careers that they just need to go ahead and bury and get regular jobs because, baby, this is not it. But you know what? I will say this, right? When people troll, I tend to be like, oh, you know what? Never mind. I'm not even interested in this because the trolling gives them life. When you troll and then we feed into it. So whatever this little project is that they about to, release, it's about to be one of them straight to DVD type joints, but ain't nobody got a DVD player no more.
Out the back of the
so
trunk.
whatever straight to DVD player, whatever this is about to be, this web series, whatever they're doing is literally just going to either one, it's going to get people to watch it just because they keep trolling and we're like, well, what the heck is this? What's going on? Or two, it's going to just flop because it was intended to flop, which is what it should have did. But my question is going to be, so you went on and did this thing with your fiance to prove that you wasn't messing with Sydney, but then your fiance got up and started kissing everybody in the room. I was so confused. I was so confused. I was like, so what is this? I was like, because this isn't giving what you thought it was supposed to give. Like, this is not giving what you thought it was supposed to give. I was like,
first of all,
this is making me
with no mask on, sharing a mic. That's number 1, 2, and 3. And then she get up, start kissing people in the mouth. Girl.
I know what she's doing. I know what she's doing. I figured it out.
Your husband is defending himself about sleeping with a transgender.
No,
she's not making no better.
She's trying to kill him through COVID.
She's like, you got it. You get COVID. You get COVID. You get COVID.
She trying to kill him through the COVID.
Oh, this is so
no, I shouldn't say. I was just fucking around. I shouldn't have said. But no,
real quick, before this jump out of my mind, we ain't even finna go deep into this. But have y'all seen the preview for the conversation with Roland Ray and Bobby Lights?
Oh,
no.
Yes, I saw it, and I was like, I was on the floor.
I was on the floor. I was on the floor. I don't want to watch it. I just need somebody to give me cliff notes on it because I'm gonna be watching and I'm gonna be laughing for all the wrong reasons. But y'all know.
I bet you somewhere in that contract they told Bobby like he could not fight Roland Ray because Roland Ray was like, "You want bring it right now? You want it right now?" And he was
Roland Ray on the piano for me. It was the piano for me. It was.
All white Barbie Lights.
That terrible song. Oh, Jesus. I can tell you what I will not be doing. I'm not interested in any of the conversations. Nothing ever gets solved in any of these conversations, just by the way. So to me, I was like, oh, so y'all just came to get a place for y'all to WWE it. Oh, y'all just came to fight for a check. Okay. I know what it is. Y'all fighting for a check.
I'm going to that circus. I'm going to see that festival.
I don't want to see it because, and y'all know I love me some Roland Ray. I love me some Roland Ray because he's a hot ass mess. He is entertainment to me.
So you've been loving Roland Ray since Catfish. Ain't nobody messing with you.
Baby, when I tell you when he rolled his ass out there and was talking shit, I said, I got to keep up with this little weird ass boy. Because I can't believe that he is who he is. Well, he is who he is. Baby, I know he made it when he got him a whole ass Adidas box from Beyonce. Okay? When Beyonce did the whole pop-up Adidas thing, yes, he did, child. I said, well, I ain't even mad at you, Roland Way. I can't roll away. I keep calling this nigga roll away.
Roll away.
Roll away.
Roll away.
Roll away.
I'm going to hell with gasoline draws on, and so are the rest of y'all. Anyways,
I have made peace with that, and I keep telling you this. Everybody, all y'all need to make peace with it like I have. That's why I keep laughing at inappropriate shit.
It is what it is.
I vacation in hell, so I'm fine.
Okay.
I vacation there. I'm there regularly.
Out down there, y'all say for color train. Alec Baldwin used a prop gun and allegedly Alec Baldwin's prop gun allegedly used for target practice with real bullets by the crew off set. Now, what had happened was they were shooting a scene for a movie. They gave this fool a prop gun to use for the scene in the movie. This prop gun shot and killed one woman who was the one of the directors, whatever, on the set, and it injured another person. I have some questions about this. Who set this nigga up? That's my question.
See, I was looking in on this because of Brandon Lee from the movie The Crow. Because when this came across my phone, I'm like, oh shit, really? Brandon Lee's been dead as long as I've been alive, damn near. And his fine ass should have lived a very long time. And clearly nobody learned their lesson. So apparently what had happened was there was a lot of drama on set. Not clear who was the source of the drama. I saw that 2 people for sure want to see Alec Baldwin charged with manslaughter. One or 2 people. Yes, but the assistant director actually gave Alec the gun with a live round. So even though it's a prop gun, it still has a live firing pin in it. So it could still go off and still make the gun noise that they need. But as long as it has a blank in it, everybody will be okay. But because it had a live round in it and with the live firing pin in it, it shot like a real bullet, like a real gun. So I'm not sure in this case who should be charged. If there should be charges in the first place, because there was a lot of drama on set. The assistant director who gave Alec Baldwin the gun did not go through the gun safety training class prior to it, even though he should have. There was people on set that was complaining about being overworked and exhausted, and it was a lot going on.
So, but Alec didn't know that the gun was actually loaded with the
That
live.
I am not actually totally clear on that.
He wasn't. So because I read two. So you're right. The assistant director did give him the gun, but they told him that the gun was cold, meaning that there wasn't anything in it. So he was practicing with it. So to him, it was completely empty because they told him it was cold, meaning there ain't nothing in it. You can pull the trigger all you want, nothing's gonna happen.
It might just come from my training, being my dad, who he was. I have always been taught you never take nobody's word for it that a gun is cold. And if they had the gun training class like they should have had the day before, like they said they did, I know for a goddamn fact the instructor told them, you check to make sure yourself that the gun is unloaded, that the gun is cold.
Oh no, see, all right, so there was a bunch of so all the union people left. All the union people was like, oh no, we done with this. Like, oh, y'all doing team too much. Y'all working us too hard. Y'all working us too hard. This gun done misfired twice already. Y'all ain't doing no safety training. Y'all didn't do the safety training. Y'all didn't fix the gun, check, swap it out, do none of that stuff. So all the union employees had left. They was all like, yeah, I'm good. Which also was the prop master, the person who was in charge of the guns. Like all of them left. And then they got non-union people to come in. So sometimes you get what you pay for, which means that you need to double check what is happening, because you know that you got rid of the people who were licensed and certified, and the people who would make sure, yeah, it says it's cold, but they would double check it to ensure, like, you got rid of all those people because you didn't want to pay. And that you were working them too long and doing all these other things that they was just like, oh no, this ain't gonna work. So do I think he should go to jail for shooting them? No, I don't. One, because if you tell me it has no bullets in it, then why would I assume that it has a bullet in it? So murder, probably not. Reckless endangerment, probably. Manslaughter, somewhere around there, probably not. But the little assistant director who handed me the gun, who told me to shoot somebody, I'm gonna need you to come get this jail time. But what I will say is, I'm gonna need you to pay, because Alec, you weren't just the star, you were the producer, so you took on this liability. So I'm gonna need you to pay like you weigh. And the people's family and the directors and everybody else who, I'm gonna need y'all to go ahead and get this together, because it sounds like you was trying to be cheap and bad things happen. So now you need to pay the consequences.
Yeah.
Murder, probably not. But you know, reckless endangerment. Because what's the one below manslaughter, where it's like unintentional
That would
homicide?
be
Where
involuntary.
yeah, there we go.
Involuntary manslaughter.
Let's do the involuntary manslaughter. You know, it wasn't my intention, but you died. I mean, technically, you did pull the
But
trigger.
I don't even see how they could charge him with that, because they would still have to prove that his actions knowingly caused a murder, even though he didn't intend for that to happen.
That's
So
why I said negligent homicide, if anything.
But then he would, again, his actions, he would have still had to know. Again, if somebody told him that the gun was cold, but again, it's my training. Because if I'm an actor in a movie, and I know I've done 100 movies beforehand, and of those 100 movies, I've had to shoot a gun 25% of the time, and I've had training that many times beforehand, I'm thinking at some point my training would have had to kick in. Because if not for movies, I've done TV shows. I've done SNL. I've done other stuff where I've had to hold a gun where shit happens. Training should be second nature. Well, you know what? Fucking never mind.
Mizzle, what are your thoughts on it?
Okay, so Alec Boyle was the actor in this movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
So even though if you have private knowledge training, who's responsible for the props? It's not him. He's not. He's the actor. They have supposed to have people who supposed to be responsible for the props. So the ball fall on the people who supposed to check the gun before they gave to the actor to do so on the scene. So I don't think he should take the fall for that. So and I read that the assistant director handed the gun unknowingly. That means he was unaware that it was loaded. So whoever told him that gun was cold, and that person, and so it's like the actor should not be fall for the point, because the actor only do their job to do the scene. Whoever supposed to be responsible for the prop supposed to be the one responsible for that happening. So they should take the fall for that. And everything, not Adam Bowman. They use his name because he's the actor. Everybody know who he is. So no, but the people behind the scenes is responsible, because at the end of the day, no matter if Adam Bowman did 1,000 movies, his job is to do the scene. They the one who's supposed to be responsible for checking the props. So the assistant director didn't know that, or whatever, or he would ask the question, like you said, that person was new, inexperienced, wasn't comfortable, whatever. But at least ask the person who gave him that gun, you check right now with something like going on. And I said, if that's the case, you gotta start using some fake guns and just make it look like it's real shit. Like, don't be using the fake loaded guns and stuff, because I don't like that. Because at the end of the day, it's like, this is crazy for this actions like that. But we do know that people get hurt in do stuff, but actually killing people at the set, like this, like, yeah, this is the second time I heard this happening. And I was like, what's going on? Down the chain line, people don't want to be responsible, but now they're putting it on him. And he gonna take the fall? No, he shouldn't take the fall. So investigating, I don't know if they is taking the fall, but investigating people to chain of commands who's supposed to be responsible for the props. So it falls down to people who was behind the scenes. And
I'm saying, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and I would say, yeah, no, I'm finished. It's like it falls to people who supposed to be behind the scenes, who supposed to be training. Like you said, a lot of people left and trained, and then you settle down and calm down and slow it down and have the people or do something to get the right person training, because that should not even happen. It shouldn't have happened. And don't put a fault on him like he got to take the fall for, because he unknowingly knew that and was loading or not. He didn't know that. He's an actor. He's just doing the scene. So anybody else was
I'm curious. I'm curious who cocked the gun. Because was cocking the gun a part of the scene as well? Because if he cocked that gun, depending on what, I mean, it's hard to cock it if it's you know what I'm saying? If you're trying to get that bullet in there, or was it already cocked and loaded, and all he had to do was pull the trigger? Like that is, I don't know. That shit sounds set up. Sir Neale, what are your thoughts?
Okay. Bouncing off what Tracy said about the prop production. The prop production is a whole different entity within the movie shit going on, okay? So they do different types of props. In that prop production, there's a position called a gunner, I believe that is. And they show the young lady's face. She's a professional shooter, and she also trains actors how to shoot on set with blank bullets, okay? Those were her weapons that she brought, okay? So that this is Scooby-Doo detective agency. She brought those guns with bullets already in them, and she loaded them with the blanks. She did not discharge the bullets appropriately. So that's what falls on. Not the director, not Alec Baldwin, the person who brought the guns that were used for the movie. She should have discharged them appropriately. And they're going to put it on her that she was at they already said it on motherfucking Good Morning America that she was at a shooting competition like days before. Like with real like shooting at targets, like whipping them out like okay, corral, whack, whack, whack. Like that's how so they're going to question her skill on set, but at the same time, what she's going to say is that it was unsafe. They had to walk out. She was under stress. So that's how it's going to go. So it's plain and simple, you know. But they're going to put on Alec Baldwin because you know he's a dickhead. We're not going to give him.
He's an asshole.
Yeah. So but that's who it's going to fall on. They're going to put it on the gunner. I think that's the position, what it's called. But it's the person that handles the guns when you're using guns on set. And there's a position for that. There's a label for that. You have to have training for it. And she brought those guns with bullets still in them. It's going to fall on her. Because why in the hell would they have real bullets on a movie set?
So the one reason why I say it's going to fall back on Alec Baldwin is because he is the producer of that movie. He was the one who okayed the union people, the trained people, the licensed people to leave and brought in non-licensed people to run the shoot because of cost and rules and all of that. So that's the reason why I say it's going to fall back on him, because you had a prop master, you had the licensed people who were trained and like they understood the assignment that my job is to make sure that this, and if I tell you this, I am supposed to double check, and I have the person behind me who checks it as well. You brought this, well, she was like 22, 23. That was the first like big action, like the first big action set she worked on. Like her dad was like, you know, who trained her, like her dad does it, you know, is licensed and stuff. But that girl she wasn't like a licensed prop master. She was, oh, my dad did it, so I could do it. And apparently, Heifer, you can't. So that's the reason why I say it's going to fall. Some of it is going to fall back on him because as the producer, you took the liability when you said we're going to go the cheap route.
One thing they are going to get him with is for abusing union laws. That's set in stone.
Oh no, they got rid of all the union employees. That's why he got rid of the union people. He gonna get that.
They're gonna get him for that.
Okay.
What's your theory?
That he had to have that he's held accountable. He had to his charge is accountability. If he was a producer of that same thing he was acting in, then he got to be held accountable in some way, because the task of the person who's supposed to be the prop master, they're supposed to be responsible for the task. But who's held accountable is who supersede that person. So if Tracy's right, if he's producers, then I understand that's the case. But because that should have happened like that. It shouldn't at all, in my opinion.
Well, I don't feel like it's going to be everybody in this situation. They're going to be like, no, it's his fault.
I'm just, yep. What's your
general rule is whoever the supervisor, you have to.
I want to play Clue because this is Clue. The last one is Clue. I want to play some fucking Clue. So before I go any further, this is in the mind of Alky Queen. I am in my second little bottle in. I got Marries sitting right here next to me. So this is all alleged, and this is in my sick, twisted mind, okay?
Okay.
We need to talk to the wife because she was hella quick on packing up the kids and getting out of town. All right? She set him up. Okay. She set him up. I'm sorry, what was she doing before she met him?
I don't know. I wasn't checking for Alan. I haven't been checking for Alec Baldwin.
I can tell you what she was because they plastered it all over the fucking news when it first got out that they were getting married, a fucking yoga instructor. Okay. Not to say that there's anything wrong with yoga instructors. I should probably do some yoga myself. It'll center me more. I wouldn't have these fucked up ass thoughts. She set him up.
Moving on, y'all. We finna get into Willie Taylor and Shonda Taylor. Lord have mercy. So recently she went on IG and aired out their dirty laundry. Now, if you don't know who Willie Taylor is, he is a part of the group Day 26. They were on marriage boot camp together. They share 4 children. Now, when they were on marriage boot camp, they only had 3 children at that time. Right after marriage boot camp, she got pregnant again. They now have 4 children. They have been together for 20 plus, I don't know, so many years, but he has been cheating on her the entire time they have been together. They appeared on Love and Hip Hop a while back. And on Love and Hip Hop, there was also, Beetlejuice, that's my movie. There was also a woman that came on as well that he was sleeping with that, you know, put it out there that, yeah, I've been sleeping with your husband. And she was actually in love with him, okay, whoever this side chick was. Well, Shonda did what a lot of women do, which I absolutely hate, is you go online and you air out your dirty laundry. Now, I'm going to share this screen with y'all. I'm going to just show y'all the first thing that she put out. I think she put this on her IG. Who leaves their family to have a photographer capture his moments? Weird shit seems like attention seeking to me. Because what he did, he went on to basically say he got away because he felt like he was losing himself. He felt like their whole relationship, to me, in my opinion, is very toxic because he cheats. She forgives him, but she doesn't forgive him. She's upset and pissed off, but she doesn't want him to go anywhere. He loves her, but she won't forgive him. They just can't get it together. Their name should be Can't Get Right. They're a whole ass doggone mess. Mizzle, I'm gonna start with your thoughts on this because, like I said, we were getting into this a little bit last night in your live. What are your thoughts on this whole thing?
Okay. So the correction, the first post she posted up there was her post, the other thing that you had in the corner. That's was the post that got everybody questioning what was happening. And then he did the video, and then she retaliated with this and all that stuff. So the post was she mentioned her, and that's what the post. And she mentioned all that stuff like that. Oh, he left me with 4 kids and everybody, and say girlfriend at the end. I would say that was condescending and all that stuff. And now everybody would say, what was going on? What was happening? All that stuff. And then he did a reaction video or whatever. I guess maybe his kids told him and said, Mom, put this out there, whatever. Because he was in Arizona, all that stuff. And he got wind of it. And then he did the video and stuff like that. So this is my take on this. Despite what we know about their history, right? Let's just go what we know. Despite we know about the history, the core issue right now is him dealing with his mental health. Mm-hmm. So that's a serious issue right there. We can't go off the rockers about anything else about what's happening. It's mental health. And we all are individuals at the end of the day. And we all do need to have the opportunity to recharge, take breaks like that, because especially if you're going to get to the point that you're going to lose yourself in both spectrums. I'll explain that, and I'll explain that in a minute. In both spectrums. So she put it out there about he talked to her, because that's good facts. He did talk to her about before he left with his children. He did talk to her, everything. Maybe she feel type of way about it. She was upset. She has every right to be upset if that's the decision he wanted to do and take a go away. Got right to be upset. But the only thing I didn't like is that nobody was checking for the Taylors all this time since they've been on marriage boot camp. Since they left, nobody been checking for them. They was in their own mind until she got this post, and now everybody talking about them now. And it's like, what's going on? So putting it out there made it seem like he just left everyone, just cut communication with his kids. He left the toxic environment. He left the toxic environment. He was grieving for his father that he didn't get good to grieve yet. His father died. He said his father was his best friend, and he didn't get to grieve. So that's messing with his mind. He said he got to the point that he was emotional and angry to the point that he didn't have to be responsible for what he said or do. So before you put your hands on me, and yes, you need to get away, because that's going to be heavy consequences. And then also he said in the video that he didn't want to die. He needs to have some peace. So either he would go off himself and to be 6 feet under by, I ain't gonna say the S word, y'all know what it is, or he was gonna put his hands on her or do some damages. So both extremes, he should, no, you need to step away. You need to step away because at the end of the day, it's your mental health at the end of the day. Now, granted, now people throwing about he should have left, mother's got no chase, all that stuff. He didn't care about what she got depression. Granted, I give you that. If he didn't care about you being depressed, then why the hell you stayed with him? You stayed. You stayed. People didn't forget that. She stayed with him throughout the cheating, the infidelity. He didn't care about her depression. She was going through depression. She didn't take no breaks, whatever. If that's the tit for tat, she said she lost someone. Well, I lost someone. We got to stop that tit for tat. Doesn't matter you lost someone and I lost someone. We handle things differently. Nobody handle grief and mental health the same way. Yeah, I'm passionate about that because we got to stop making a joke about mental health. We got to stop doing that. As a society, we have to stop doing that. So at the end of the day, he left because his sanity, he was going to lose. He going to lose it. And he did not cut his kids off. He said in his post, he talked to his kids 4 times a day. And 2, she took the phones away from him so it could make it harder for him to talk to his kids. Come on now. We wouldn't even know about all this until you put it out there, Shonda. So why are everybody's blaming on him and stuff like that? Because it's history. But she stayed. So she stayed in a toxic environment. And like you said, it's toxic together. So if he had to leave, he had to leave. No matter what. This is not a life. There's no gun to put her head that she had to stay. Whatever. Yes, we all are humans before the titles. We are individuals before we mothers, before we fathers, before we wives, before we husbands, before we teachers, uncles, whatever it is. We are individuals, and it's okay to take charge and be healthy mentally. Because this is not healthy, then anything else in your life is gonna be unbalanced. Your mental health is the central component to everything in your life.
That's right.
Work, children, family, your self-esteem, anything. So, despite his past regressions on what he did to her, she stayed. So, whose fault is that? Is that his fault that she stayed with him? She stayed with him. So, you put yourself in a situation to be so in an environment that you didn't feel that it was okay, so like that. Unless we feel like he was putting a gun to her head that she couldn't leave. And I made a post on my Instagram. Unless you're in a life of that situation, everybody has a free will to leave because of their mental health. Because we all are human. So at the end of the day, to mark him about leaving and made it seem like he just a deadbeat, that he just left his families like that. He left the environment and he probably left you.
He left her.
And at the end of the day, people saying, oh, well, you got kids, it's like that. Kids will understand if their parents are a healthy individual and they explain to them what's going on. But what we do is that we act like kids don't need to be taught. Kids don't need to be understanding, oh, we got to suffer. And then they get hurt in the process because now you be physically there, but you mentally unstable. You mentally checked out. Your kids going to have you physically there, but you mentally checked out. So that's emotionally unavailable. And kids will get older and say, well, my daddy was not happy. They stayed because it's us, but they've been unhappy, they've been unavailable, and now we messed up because we don't know how to handle things. So we stuck and doing the same thing as cycle as our parents doing, but being healthy. So that's why we got high divorce rate, because people get together, stay toxic, and they can't handle it, and they divorce each other. So this is a serious topic at the end of the day. So she put it out there, and this was wrong. She shouldn't have did that. She shouldn't have done that at all. But she stayed with him. So yes, I'm not on his side 100%. I'm not on her side 100%. I'm on the side of health, well-being. And we need to be healthy enough that no matter what you in a situation is, you had to leave and we feel like you're going to lose yourself. What would happen if he would have stayed and we find out he beat her up? What would happen? Yes, I'm not saying nothing about her mental health. I'm saying that, yes, her mental health. But at the same time, when she made a post that he didn't give a F about her depression, then that was her key to leave that situation. So I agree, mental health is on both sides. So both mental health need to be considered. But when you stayed with someone who had been doing doggy for years, then the person who is responsible for your decision, you're responsible for it. So at the end of the day, so I'm not blaming her. I just blame her that she put it out there. And now it's this thing that everybody gonna have opinions about it and made it seem like he's messed up. Mm-hmm. And yes, he's a dog. Yes, we know that. But you stayed. So you stayed in this toxic environment. But at the end of the day, we had to understand that he's grieving his father. He had to take away. He said he was about to lose it. Or he was about to off himself. So we had to take that consideration, y'all. We do have to take that. So that's all I had to say. I mean, yes, the situation, everything, they could have both left the situation. She could have left a long time ago, but she stayed.
Baby sis, what are your thoughts?
As I don't even know how to approach this, because why don't you come back to me? I gotta form the words. Come back.
Yes, Sir Deal, what's your thoughts? You're muted.
Yeah.
You're muted.
Sorry.
No worries.
I don't know why these motherfuckers think that Instagram is a fucking counseling billboard where they can go get therapy, psychiatric looks, Adderall, and things like that. Right. You need to know all your personal business, what's going on with you and your husband, baby girl. You just did this to shame him. That's it. We know y'all got infidelities back and forth. We know he's a dog. Y'all went on TV and told the whole world about it. But why would you throw the first foul ball and put it on Instagram knowing that this man is standing on mental eggshells? Maybe he has a sex addiction problem. A lot of men that come from like celebrity situations, knowing that women just throw themselves at him, you know, knowing women that know that they're married to, as well. And they're like, okay, I could just sneak off and get it. Maybe he has a problem that needs to be addressed besides the duo of you. How about him as an individual? And I don't think she should have just put it out there like that. And she should have kept this personal. Mm-hmm. And I'm not trying to say anything, but it is kind of egg on her face. He been cheating on you the whole damn time. Y'all got 4 kids. You've been putting up with it. I don't understand how you didn't fix the fence, how my grandpa would say. You should have fixed the fence a long time ago. How you going to have the whole fence at that big-ass hole, and you complain that shit keep coming in through that hole, but you ain't take the time to fix it? So it's very unfortunate, and I think this is going to, I hope that Willie gets like, he sheds a light on mental health for Black men, especially in these relationships, because we know how men, okay, sometimes men can be outside and be like, oh, bro, this, I get bitches, I get money, I get this. But when they go in the house with their woman, they like, oh, baby, I just want to chill. You know, he's so soft, you know? And sometimes when a woman knows that, she can take advantage of that and abuse him with that. Call him a pussy, you a punk bitch, you ain't shit, like that. And those are things that he wouldn't even allow the public outside to call him. Mm-hmm. But because he loves her, he allows that. And she probably abuses him, and him getting that and that berating, that deep, you know, his masculine being attacked, you know, it's a lot. And I've seen it. I've seen it with my brothers. You know, I've seen his girlfriend call him like out his name. Like he would never let anybody call him out his name like that. And he didn't even raise his pinky. So there's many layers to it, you know, but I just wish them the best. And I don't think social media is the place for it at all. At all. It's tacky. Again, classless. This is on some look at me type shit. But I and just pray for Willie, because we don't want that offside thing, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That can't deal with everything that's going on. And not to mention, you brought so many people into this conversation, young lady, talking to the wife, that didn't even need to be in it. So you got everybody's opinions. You got over 50,000 opinions talking about your relationship, your marriage, your kids, your family. That makes no fucking sense. This is not the fucking therapist chair.
Tracy, did you have thoughts?
So she stayed with the cheating man just for the cheating man to leave her?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Just. Sometimes you don't need to stay. Sometimes get your sign and leave. That's all. That's it. That's all. Sometimes get your sign and leave. But you know, because Mizzle set it off for me.
You know what? I just wanted to piggyback on what Liver of Life said earlier. Let me see if I can find that. Something about what if he is her foundation? Where is it at? There it is. This comment right here. When he says, but what if she feels this man is part of her foundation? She can love him and she can hate him at the same damn time. To me, if you are putting your all in a person like that, that's not putting his all back into you, and you make them your foundation, first of all, the foundation of them was rocky to begin with.
Weak.
They were rocky to begin with. And to me, for you to make, let's just say Willie is the leader of the household. He does everything, like he's praying for them, he's providing for them, you know, he's there taking care of the you know, stuff at the house. The only thing is he's cheating. He's out here, he's cheating and all that. That don't matter. Still, how can that be your foundation and you putting everything into this when you not his foundation? Like I feel bad for her to a certain extent. I don't feel sorry for her, just because, like Mizzle said, you chose to stay in a situation that was mentally and emotionally hurting you, which basically you put all that hurt and that emotionalness and this frustration back on him, so much to the point to where he don't want nothing to do with your ass no more. Like he's done with it all together. And so, like I said, I feel bad for the kids, because the kids have to see this. They've seen this whole time that their mama has been sad, or, you know, their daddy out doing whatever. So I feel sorry for them babies.
Auntie,
but when it comes to Shonda, girl, you got to listen, girl. First and foremost, you bad as hell, okay? Tell him to kiss the darkest part of your ass, get up off your feet, and show your kids that you can be your own damn foundation. You can build your own foundation. Not saying that she needs to be out here and be an independent woman and all that, but at the same time, you can't have no solid foundation if y'all going into that motherfucker rocky.
Let's remember on Marriage Boot Camp, they both admitted that she did cheat as well. So they were both cheating, ping-ponging. So just that one time don't mean it was that one time. So they was both cheating, and most likely she was getting some revenge dick.
That's what she said.
Yeah. So I'm more than sure it didn't happen it was more than one time, I'm sure.
That's what she said. That she got tired of him going out and doing what he did, so she went out and did what she did. Which that don't make it no goddamn better anyway. If y'all got the ping pong and cheat on each other, move the hell around.
Yeah, I want to say one thing before Jackie goes. I think she ain't go yet. So like that.
Yeah, she went. Go ahead.
Oh, she said she had to think about it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, she didn't go yet. So that's what I'm saying.
Go ahead.
Right now, first of all, I was happy sitting at the back of the class. Thank you, Mizzle.
We had to also be mindful, like when we set up for things like that. It was another thing I would say. A lot of people were saying, "Well, mothers don't get the chance to take breaks and everything." Also, I said the only thing, because a lot of mothers have children with guys who was never present in the first place.
Absolutely.
So they was never around. These kids have a 2-parent household. So if you need your break, just say, hold up. Day 26, sit down. I'm going to go somewhere and I have my little, so like that. Just like he had, unless he talked to you before. Like you could have talked to him and said, I need a break, whatever. She never said he was a bad guy. She never said he was a bad father.
Yeah.
He always there for his kids. Mm-hmm. So if you need a break, leave the kids with him for a couple of days and you get your break. But she said that before she was depressed and he didn't give a damn and she couldn't say no break. So that was your point right there to leave, because he didn't get the damn about your mental health. And that's all I was saying, that we stay sometimes, we make it hard for ourselves for staying because we have duties and obligations. Yes, duty obligations always go be there. But what about your duty obligations if you can't handle it mentally? And you are 100% unbalanced. You're not there physically, kids. You go do your service to your kids anyway, because you there physically and you're mentally checked out. So sometimes parents do better apart and they be healthy if individual apart and still be co-parents of the children, and their children been all right, but then been together instead of saying, oh, well, since we had kids. No, y'all choose to have kids, y'all can choose to leave and still be there for your kids. And sometimes we put it hard on ourselves, sticking in situations where we don't need to stick in situations.
That part. Baby sis, did you have thoughts?
I do, but I see with. So you remember my ex, right, ma'am?
Mm-hmm.
So you understand, right? A little bit, kind of, sort of, just based off of that brief phone conversation you two had.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I don't know what to say because she was all the way wrong, all the way. But he was all the way wrong too. And as someone who's done dirt and then still stayed, and then stayed with somebody who's done dirt, I have no horse in this fight because I've literally played on both sides. And seeing how I turned out from playing both sides, I just get PTSD. My whole PTSD is triggered just based off of this whole topic. The only difference between mine and theirs is I walked away with 0 kids. So I know there is no way for them to make a clean break. There will never be a way for them to make a clean break unless it comes out that those kids ain't his. And even if that's the case, he's already formed a bond with them. So there is still no clean break.
Yep, them his kids.
So
Hopefully he just takes a break and he comes back and he get his family together, child, and we'll see him on the next season of Marriage.
together with me through the court system because they have no business being together physically longer than a pickup and a drop off, clearly.
They're gonna get back together. I bet money on that.
I mean, I know they will because,
I bet money on that.
again, which is why I have no horse in this fight. So I can go ahead and accuse somebody of orchestrating a murder, but I can't comment on this.
Well, moving on from that, y'all, let's get into Lil Nas X and Lil Boosie. Lil Boosie's ass went on a rant because he has secret feelings towards Lil Nas X. Lil Boosie does. And so y'all know Lil Nas X is the king of trolling. Well, he was on live, someone was in his comments, they made a comment about Lil Boosie, and he jokingly said, oh yeah, me and Lil Boosie got an album coming out together. Yeah, we got an album coming out together. Just in a jokingly trollish way like he always does. Well, whatever it was, it triggered something in Lil Suspect because he then went on Twitter and this is what he had to say. Stop trolling me, you F-word. You a whole bitch playing with a gangster. Shake my head. You can't keep sucking dick and getting, what is sucking dick? It's something in your face and your ass in peace. You hate yourself. I would too if I was you. LOL, Nas X, if you committed, you would do the world a huge favor. Nobody wants you here. What are y'all's thoughts on what Lil Nas X had to say?
I think he took it in great stride. I think Lil Nas X took it in great stride when he was like, he just brushed it off. And why is Little Suspect fighting with a little ass boy? You grown ass man, go get your kidneys checked and go get some eye cream while you at it, okay? And while you always losing phones and replacing cars because you can't keep up with shit, you irresponsible adult.
Sir, that was
an irresponsible adult. If that is a professional insult, baby, you irresponsible adult, you.
Yes, he is very, 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 very irresponsible. That's why he can't keep a fucking platform open. That's why he's a very bitter person. Let's not mention he's the one who paid a prostitute to blow on his 12-year-old son.
Okay.
Okay, so let's talk about where your moral standards are at, bro. You rather preach to the community that you're gonna sell a block and shoot up the block, and you mad at this motherfucker who's a blatant troll, okay? A blatant troll, okay? And he's just living his best life as a young black man. This is groundbreaking, and you hating it because you have no ground, Bootsy. You are still in a motherfucking you are a fucking expose in a goddamn circus, nigga. We just looking at you like a hood celebrity. You ain't broken shit, nigga. You ain't broke no boundaries.
Nothing.
I can't remember not one of your songs.
Mizzle, what are your thoughts?
Who? Oh.
Mizzle.
Okay. Listen, I don't know what he got to sexual with Lil X. If people say he hate gay people, if it's just gay people he hate, granted, whatever. You can't force nobody. This is his belief. But he only commented over one person. That's the problem I'm having. He only had issue. It's Lil Nas X. He don't say nothing about any other gay stuff that was going on in the world. Whatever. He just going about Lil Nas X. This guy Boosie had his guy name in his mouth for a long time. The one time he mentioned the name, so it's the day you gonna say he needs to kill himself, and the world be the better place without him. It's still gonna be gay people around the world. So, are you thinking everybody should kill themselves?
He should get blocked off of Twitter for saying that.
It's like that. It's like, come on now, like you going to like this is extreme toxic masculinity, extreme homophobia. Like he is really doing the most. He's really doing the most, and it's like. People say, well, this is that. And well, at the end of the day, yes, he could have his thing and he don't have to like this lifestyle, but you got to keep commenting every time. It's explain something. Now people saying, oh, everybody trying to make it. No, nobody trying to make Boosie gay. But when you make statements like that and constantly talking about it, it makes people question about you. It makes people question about you. Because no straight man, when we go that far, even care about somebody else doing what they doing. And y'all know that it's just that one person. It's like if it's gay thing he don't like, he was commenting every other thing. He kept talking about Lil Nas X. And I guess it's something, it's like jealousy, something about this guy that you don't like.
He's jealous.
Just on top of him being gay, it's something else you don't like because you're not talking about any other gay aspects in around the world right now. You just talk about this one person. So I was like, come on, if you hate it, you hate it. But at the same time, it's getting too much. And he didn't say nothing. He said we working on a song together. He could have said, "Oh, stop trolling me. We ain't working on a song together, bitch." And just call it a day.
And call it a day.
That's indeed fucking the ass. It's like you be living descriptive, and then you gonna say kill yourself. No, people should say kill yourself for doing that to your nephew and son. But nobody's saying that. And he did. I think he mentioned. He said a post. He said, "Well, I never go because people. I'm an international star. People always gonna follow me. Yeah, people gonna follow you. Everybody got even any person will have fans behind them because they." Subject to their mentality. But at the end of the day, yes, you might have fans to you, but doesn't mean that you is 100% all good. They just follow you because they like to see you. They probably laughing more about you to see follow what you see what they want to say. Because they don't
not with you.
Baby sis, what's your thoughts?
Okay, so you remember the old saying, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words may never hurt me? I think we need to reinforce that. Because every time I hear a Boosie and Lil Nas X story, my mind automatically goes to South Park. That season where Stan is Lord and what the fuck, Kyle's dad is a huge internet troll. And that is what I think is going on here, is they're actually living out a complete season of South Park at this point. And at the end of it, which fingers crossed will be New Year's Eve, Boosie and Lil Nas X come out Grand Central, New York City, stroke of midnight, and they fucking make out.
I doubt that's gonna happen.
At this point, something like that. Boosie got some seriously repressed, deep anger. You know what? Liking gays is one thing. Being completely homophobic and wanting somebody to kill themselves because it's a joke. Like that, it's a joke. You know wholeheartedly it's a joke. Why would you want to go ahead and suggest suicide to a homosexual black male who is already how many times more likely to commit them, like do that to themselves anyway? You yourself, homie, are gay. The sooner you can come to terms with that, the sooner your life will be 1,000 times better. Because you see Lil Nas, you see him living his best life, no matter what the fuck he doing, no matter where the fuck he. I promise you right now, he could be sleeping out there in California and at 7 o'clock right now, and he's asleep on your tears, not giving a goddamn fuck.
Tracy, what are your thoughts?
Oh, we're mad at people, at trolls being trolls now? Because let's be clear, they're both trolls.
Thank you.
They are both trolls. Now, unpopular opinion, you can't pick at somebody to get mad when they go to hell, because that's what Boosie did. Nas threw a little stone, and Boosie said, "Okay, bitch, meet me in hell."
But
was it right?
Boosie been throwing boulders this whole time.
Again, that is correct. But again, this is why I say trolls being trolls. When they go back and forth and troll each other, all they do is continue to go lower. So when the ceasefire stops, if you don't want to smoke, why start it back up again? Like, I thought we had ended this after Boosie had his, unsuccessful movie launch, and we were all laughing at that tomfoolery of a fail that he did. I thought we had left him at the lowest he could possibly be when nobody cared about his life story. I thought he was already, dead in the dirt. I thought he was done by now. I thought we had left Bootsy there to rot because nobody cares about him. So I don't see the point of picking at someone who will meet you in hell. Like I tell people all the time, you might want to stop now because I don't have a bottom. Like, I'll go after your mama, your baby, your grandma. I'll kick your wheelchair. If I feel like I'm being attacked. Now, is it wrong? Absolutely. It is wrong. And I know I need to do better. But but I also don't go picking at people who I know don't like me, who make a point to say the most vile, most disgusting, most hateful, heinous, hurtful things to me. I tend not to go over there looking for something. I just wouldn't do it. But I troll, and that's what they do. Now, was it low? Yes, it was low. But why are we now upset that a troll is doing exactly what trolls do? He's doing exactly what he's been doing. Why are we now? Why are we now upset? I mean, you went and poked that bear. Now, do I agree? Absolutely not. But you also did start, and I think people are so like, oh, well, it's because it's Boosie, because it's Boosie, because it's Boosie. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, it is him. But you also can't then say, oh, well, he's wrong for saying what he said. You did start that one, right? This round, Lil Nas X started this round. Boosie didn't say that. Lil Nas X knowingly went and said something to provoke a reaction out of him. He got one, just not the one he thought he was going to get. So that's why I don't personally get into the trolling, because I know they have no bottom. I know that they're just going to go for whatever. Now, if Lil Nas X was like, I'm going to bend you over and bust you open and make you Boosie badass, I mean, I would be here for it. But that's just me. I mean, I feel like maybe you should have matched his energy and gotten hell with him. I mean, if you're going to go there, if you want to troll, I say this all the time. People don't like 50 Cent, but he is literally, you throw a stone and he is like let me take you to the rock quarry and just douse you with stones. like, but you also know what you get when you do things. That's why with me, when people who troll, I'm never upset or offended when I know what you're doing is trolling. If that's what you're doing, then I just let y'all troll in peace.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they both trolls.
Yeah, y'all troll. I'm gonna let y'all troll in peace.
Yeah, they both trolls.
I don't understand why he even bothers. Little Nas X is successful. He got things going on. He got music going on. Little Nas X has things going on and things to do.
Yeah.
Why is he giving Boosie any sort of light? Like, let's be clear. Little Nas X, why are you giving him any light? He has literally you can gain nothing from this man. Nothing. You gain nothing from him. You are putting more light and shine on him to give him more of a spotlight for something to say. So, to me, are you a glutton for punishment? Do you like this? Because it's not like Little Nas X is raising Boosie is raising Little Nas X's stock. That could be far from the truth. I mean, didn't we just learn with this terrible failed straight to DVD biopic that nobody went to? Like, we learned Boosie has nothing. No, what does he have? What does he do besides get kicked off the internet every 5 minutes for doing something stupid? The levels of things that he do. Number one, he promotes adults sleeping with children. So at that point,
this is not going to be the last.
I'm sorry. Why hadn't the hooker that sucked up Lil Boosie's son got arrested?
I couldn't, because he condoned that shit. Because he condoned it, this Lil Boosie, and I'm sure it was a stripper.
I don't give a fuck. I live in Kentucky.
That's Kentucky, baby.
The youngest state. I'm sorry. Name a state. Name a state here in the United States of fucking America where the age of consent is 14. I can tell you one. It's fucking Kentucky.
Bootsieville. That's well. It's legal in Bootsieville. I'm just about that. Okay, are we gonna move on to the next thing? The next topic that I wanted to get into real quick. Condoleezza Rice went on The View and made a statement about, is it critical racial thinking?
Critical race theory.
Critical race theory. I keep saying the wrong. I've been saying the wrong thing all day today. But anyways, her thing was, now she even said that she grew up in segregated schools, that she couldn't go out with her parents to certain places and things like that. So she's experienced segregation, right? Now, she went on to The View and said that she feels like critical race theory shouldn't be taught in schools to 7 and 10-year-olds or whatnot, because she doesn't want white students feeling guilty for being white and basically what their ancestors did. Now, my whole thing is, and she kind of went back and forth a little bit with the other lady that's on there. I can't remember the other lady name that's on there. But she was just basically like, when you say stuff like this, you're basically trying to erase history. You don't want to, but history needs to be taught in school. The good, the bad, the ugly, the in-between, and all that. My whole thing was, there were white people that would help black people back in the day. My thing is, if you, just like they talk about slavery and just like they talk about history and this, that, and the other, take out the part where Christopher Columbus came and discovered America and smoked a peace pipe with the Indians. Take that part out. Put in some real stuff. At least put in the school books, some of the white people that helped, African Americans and different things like that. Like, I feel like if that's something that you don't want kids to learn, how about you balance it out? But to take that part of history out altogether, that's dumb to me, that's stupid to me, and that's even more, in my opinion, making white people feel comfortable about what their ancestors did back in the day. Not saying that they shouldn't, not saying that they should feel uncomfortable. I'm saying that I feel like they should be educated enough to know to teach other people and the other generation that's coming up with them to do better. That's my thoughts and my opinions on that. Briefly, baby sis, what is your thoughts on that?
Okay, first of all, fuck this bitch and everything she stand for, all right? I never liked her since fucking Bush. And I remember that shit. I was in fucking middle school. Fuck you. All right. And she doesn't want white people to feel guilty about their ancestors. Do we get to not feel guilty about our ancestors when we're reminded every single goddamn day? That clearly is the other side of her talking. That is clearly the side of her. Whose side of the family said, if I owned you, you be a house nigga? Meanwhile, on your other side, your fucking cousins, they clearly be the field niggas who your grandmama on your daddy's side or your mama's side, I don't know which side is whatever. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you is all I gotta say. Yes, critical race theory should be taught high school, middle school, 7th grade. All right? 7th, it should be taught because it's not to teach racist theories. It's not to push any type of liberal or conservative, no type of agenda outside of learning our history. Because it seems to me like the United States of America, the ones everyone is living here is so proud to be from, we're the only country that is afraid to look, to look our past in the face, say, yes, this is what we did, and move on from it. This is why we can never move forward, because we are stuck in this place where we can't talk about it, but it's literally everywhere. We can't do nothing about it because nobody wants to. So I'm all hyped up. I've got a whole lot of stuff running through me right now. I have been drinking, and it is that time of the month for me. So a lot of shit is going on.
You good. Mizzle, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, so critical race theory has been like a ongoing battle for education system in this country for a while now. Whether it should be taught, whether it should not be taught, the pros, the cons of it, like that. It's basically the underground thing that racist is the basis of how country is being run is, and it's part of integral part of the system. And that people try to race that and feel like no, it's just making it all segregated, it's making it all unequal. It's like we're not in the living play field. But at the same time, it's still plaguing to now. So to take that out and the husband say, it's the way you could teach critical race theories like you like in middle school and high school, that and not make it so negative. It's like, oh, blame one party, blame the other party, everything. But we do need to understand that our history does make what's going on now. It does impact what's going on now. And it's not for us to teach any group to make them feel bad or make it like that, but at the same time to understand what's going on, so be aware and not be ignorant and stuff of what's going on. So for her to say that, oh, we should not be teaching that so we don't make white people feel guilty of being white. I said, I don't think history is teaching people to make them feel white, but we need to let them know that this was the history. And this is not should be the race. This is what's going on. And then if you do that, and it's not, and tell them that, like what we're going to say, like when you teach your kids, don't tell them like y'all didn't do it, but this has been happening, and this is what happened, and this was going on, and this was shaped how the mentality, how things going on in this way. So no, it's not to be to say, oh well, y'all in this class we're all responsible. I said no, they wasn't there. It's an issue, but then you get freaking people who don't know the history and get that girl freaking Bella collective acting all stupid and crying and making a scene about her when they were sharing their own experiences. Oh, we don't treat black people like that. We don't treat black people like that. We don't do things like that. I said, girl, you probably didn't do it, but people in your kind have been doing it. For you to say like we don't do it, like nobody did that, like that's what we do that so it won't get no ignorant people like her who was in the activity school act like a whole freaking crying fool, and all that black people was calling her because she didn't understand their experiences that they was going through. Racism was there now. So that's why we have stuff like that in school like that. Even though it's an ongoing battle between teaching CRT in schools and stuff like that. But her to say that, oh, don't make them feel guilty. It's not about making them feel guilty. It's all about the history.
Yep.
But at the same time, they gonna keep reminding us of how it's going on, and we gotta get angry. We get this, that, and we should not be angry. We should not be this. We should not. No, and they try to tell us how she would feel if we don't want to make angry. Like then teaching us history, let us know things. But at the same time, you can't tell us how we should feel about it either. It's like no. So you don't teach history to make people. You teach them to be invoke it and to have the mindset and examine things and see how this world is running. And then the individual will take that and learn from that and do better in both sides. So you don't push the agenda to making in one side or the other. And so for her to make that suggestion, it was crazy. And then I think the other girl interviewed Joy, Sunny, whatever. They was going back and forth, stuff like that. And I was like, I checked out of Lisa when she said that thing, because she was clearly chapping in her white side more than other thing, and that's what she was doing and trying to make her laugh. That's what Whoopi. I'm glad Whoopi and everything would say. So what you trying to say? Challenge her normally what you trying to say. So that's all I had to say.
You know, she been in the Republicans' pockets, like Baby Sis said, for a long time. She been in the Republicans' pockets. So Condoleezza gonna stay with her massa. Okay. Sir Neale, what's your thoughts?
Off top, I think the theory does need to be taught in school. I think the students will benefit off of it, and like how Mizzle said, it will give them the footsteps to know how to develop it within their growth as an adult, so they can see it in life when they know what suppression is, when they know what racism is, when they know when any ism, bigotry, when they can recognize it. They just don't fall into place. The main thing I was thinking about as everybody was speaking is because this literally happened to me prior quarantine with the George Floyd. One of my classmates, I don't want to say the cool white boy because we had a lot of cool white boys, you know what I'm saying? Because the males of people, you know what I'm saying? But he and I had a conversation during the George Floyd thing. He discovered that his parents were racist. And this is a 34-year-old man, 33 at the time. And a conversation with his parents, you know what I'm saying, about the situation, how they felt, and their choice of words about the criminals and, just their bigotry of it. And we were talking about how we were growing up, like we lived in like a middle class like area. It was mixed race or whatever. But his mom would only let certain black kids come over. Like if we all rode our bikes over there, she'd be like, no, he can't come over, but he can, you know what I'm saying? And we was like, it out, but she was already implementing the bigotry in his life, like the class of black you should be around, or they're thugs, or you know what I'm saying, or what are you doing with them, or who are their parents, is their dad there, just little things. But if a child knew those race theories, they'll be like, Mom, are you a racist? Like at 7, you know what I'm saying? Because they would be like, these are
those questions. Yeah,
these are bigatory things. Like, Mom, what are you really trying to say? But we had that conversation, and it's real. And as an adult, we're rationalizing it. And for him, that was a big bite in his butt because he was crying and shit. And he's like, I don't want to talk to my parents anymore. And I was like, man, you got to talk to your parents. But
that's crazy.
Yeah, but that's why race theory should be taught, because it will give children the insight to understand and see bigotry, to see sexism even, you know what I'm saying? To be able to speak up about it and choose their lane and not be kept in the dark.
I agree. Tracy, what's your thoughts?
They don't teach critical race theory in high school or middle school. Or they don't teach it to anybody unless you are in college and you choose to do like African American studies, then they'll teach it to you. Yeah. So let's understand that they're phrasing it as critical race theory, but what they're really saying is we don't want to teach African American history in schools to children so they don't learn about slavery. So people keep saying like critical race. They're not teaching critical race theory. They don't even get close to what critical race theory is. Not even close. They just want to no longer have to teach about slavery, or they want to teach slavery as if it was sharecropping, as if it was You do something for me, I do something for you. It's all good. Everything's fine. Or it was the whole, if we have to teach you about the Holocaust, we also have to teach pro-Holocaust things as well. Because, you know, we don't want anybody to feel, again, history should not have, it should have nothing to do with feelings. It is a factual thing in time that happened, and you teach somebody something so they don't repeat prior mistakes. If you don't teach someone something, they'll make the same mistakes someone else did in the past. Why are we now saying that our younger generation doesn't need to learn why this was a bad thing and why this turned out the way it did and what happened by doing this? That's no different than if you have a child and your child going to touch the stove. You do what? You teach the child that they shouldn't touch the stove and here's why and blah, 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 blah. So they don't do that. Now, at some point, it's the whole, we need to protect people in their feelings is also going to lead us down a road of now my history does not matter, or of this panel, our history does not matter anymore because our history doesn't go along with what's going to make someone else feel good in the inside. I'm pretty sure when my ancestors was being brought over here on a boat, they didn't feel very good on their inside. I'm pretty sure when they had to work out and be whipped and be separated from their families, they weren't feeling very good either. So why are your feelings about something that happened more important than the people who lived this? So they want to wipe out all of it to make it palatable for the people who technically your ancestors did these things. And no matter how much you may want to say it's not happening now, somebody's granddaddy is still a racist. Somebody's grandma is still a racist. And she may not be a racist now, but let that heifer get Alzheimer's or dementia. She'll go right back to when she was one. I don't know what to tell you. They revert back to what they know. And what they know deep down in their spirit is we don't like black folks. But okay, but okay. I don't know who you think you fooling. So when people say things like that, it's let's not phrase it as critical race because that's not what we're trying. That's not even remotely close to what our kids learn in school. That's not what they're doing. They're saying we don't want to teach African American history. We don't want to teach you about black people. We don't want to teach anything unless it sounds like slavery was a good thing. If slavery sounded like a quid pro quo, and slavery sounded fun, is the way that they. If you look at some of the things that they're saying we should teach, is like, oh my gosh, we brought you guys over to have a better life, and then we got here, and then we paid you so many cents on a dollar so that you could pick this cotton for us, and you did something for me, and I did something for you, and everybody was happy, and it worked out well. That's
why my family is rich 100 years later, and your family is.
So that's what they're saying. I was like, oh, okay. So we just gonna rewrite history.
Yeah,
we're just gonna rewrite history. We're just gonna rewrite history to something that
Texas is writing it.
Listen,
I mean,
don't get me started on Governor Hotwell.
We ain't finna go there by him.
Family, I'm gonna have to cut out early. I'm sorry, guys.
That's okay.
Okay, boo, we love you.
I love you guys. Enjoy the rest of the
All right, last story that we're going to get into before we get into our quick little game real quick. This has been all over the headlines, all over everything, child. Let me pull up this screen. Exactly where this happened at, I'm not going to lie. I did not catch the city and state where this happened, but a 61-year-old Florida.
It's Florida.
Florida man receives backlash for marrying his goddaughter as soon as she turned 18. He went on to say, quote, "You little girls jealous of my wife." Now, what had happened was he actually used to date the mother, okay? Now, the backstory is the mama was on drugs. Her and the mother never really had a close relationship as it was. So she ran away when she was 14, okay? That's when he put up a post on his Facebook asking the public to please look out for my goddaughter. If you happen to see my goddaughter, please contact us. She was 14 when she ran away, right? Now here we are, fast forward, him and the mama aren't together. She just turned 18. And as you can see, their wedding photos, they just got married, okay? It looks like a father at his little girl's high school dance. They do not look like husband and wife. That looks very disgusting to me. And I'm going to read you guys what Deja posted on her page. People love to call me a child because I'm 18. First of all, I'm grown as fuck and I take care of all 4 of my kids. Work a full-time job, have cars paid in full, stay at home with my man. We only go every so often. I ain't got time or energy to deal with none of you hoes that got something to say about Lil Deja. Y'all mad because I'm popping my shit, forever popping my shit, and gonna continue to pop my shit. See, the difference between me and most you hoes know what I want, and I got it. Most you hoes chasing niggas down and riding with those hoes that want to fuck. The whatever. As you meanwhile encircle real fucking small, and I go out unless it's with my husband. So you hoes continue to hate on the realest bitch because I'm a queen, no peasant. Boy, that took a whole lot of to read that ignorant ass shit. Just ignorant as hell. Now, I'm not going to play these videos, but I will leave the link where you can watch this. And this is what he had to say. It seems like I'm the only nigga in this town have married a young woman, but since it's me that got to have something to talk about, look like you little girls are jealous of my wife, but keep on promoting us. Now, first he tried to lie and say that he was 56, but he was arrested. And they actually happened to find his court documents. He was arrested in 2014. He was 54 at that time, okay? So, baby sis, I'm going to start with you. What are your thoughts on an 18-year-old marrying her godfather, who is 61? They have a 2-year-old together, which means he was probably goosing her when she was 15, and she had the baby at 16. And now here we are 2 years later, and here we are. What are your thoughts on that, baby sis?
Okay, clearly if she's 18 and clearly if she's 18, this is baby number 4 for her, something is wrong with her. I'm sorry, I have a special guest who decided now would be a good time to wake up.
Mm-hmm.
Look at her.
She has issues. She was never helpful. She was never close with her mother to begin with. So that's
like I said, it's all pedophile or beyond R. Kelly, something R. Kelly wish he probably had done. Clearly.
That he groomed her up since she was a child.
That is like master level A++.
Well, there's 3 step kids. Okay, so the other 3 are her step kids, which are his kids. And
okay, guess what? Still something clearly she got 3 other kids. And then this one makes baby number 4. She needs help. I don't know. Okay, in this day and age, I will give a lot of leeway. Okay. Come holla at me when they talking about they bringing in a 3rd. Okay.
Mizzle, what are your thoughts on it?
Listen, this is sick. Very sick. First of all, it's a goddaughter. That's like family. And there's so much issues going on here. First of all, he was in her life. She was younger, 14, 15, 16. Only married her at 18. He married her at 18 because it was legal to marry her.
Yep.
And then, but at the same time, he was there watching the thing, dating the mother, probably was dating the mother, looking at her daughter all this time, grooming her, and all that stuff. Is that post she was making about people was mad at hoes and this is that? It's like, I said, girl, nobody wants your life. No, well, we're not doing that. We're not doing this. No, nobody's jealous. Nobody's mad at you. Because at the end of the day, we feel sorry because this guy, 61-year-old man, married an 18-year-old child. 18-year-old. Yes, in states, 18 you consider legal to make consent, but you are still a child. You probably just getting graduated high school, trying to make your life all stuff. And why are you trying to do grown marriage, do this at 18? You're still too young. You're defining yourself. And you think you want a prize? You got to think to myself, it's like, what 61 man would do with an 18-year-old? Completely shades of walkers of life. And you think that's a prize? No. And then you said, oh, y'all mad because an older man dated a young woman. No, you're not a young woman. You are a child. Even though you're still adult child, but at the same time, you're still a young adult. But it's not like it's a figure 20-something young woman dating an older man. That's not the same situation.
Mm-hmm.
It was grooming to make you believe that it's just like this. He had a child with an 18-year-old kid. It's like that is completely disgusting. Oh, I don't go out and stuff like that because and that's what I say. Her family failed her. People failed her. Nobody's around. I would say, where's the family at? Because ain't no other way my trusted person that I point to be a godfather will pray on my freaking child and wanted to marry them, and I would allow that. Come on now. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Even when you're 20s, you're still a young adult.
In 20s, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yes. Not every person who's a teenager, young, they think that they got a little, well, yes, we're teenagers, all that stuff, but not everyone. Someone was mature teenagers too. And not everyone was immature, young, wilding out kid. I was not one of the kids that was wilding out, doing thinking all that stuff like that. Nobody can't touch me. I could do everything when I could be. No, I wasn't rushing to be an adult. You know the duties we have now? Bills, this and that, home, all that stuff. That's when we were young. People say, don't grow up and don't try to be adult so fast. Mm-hmm. Let them be a child. So we need to teach our children, don't be so fast to grow up. Live the duties and live your life. It's okay. If you maybe want to not, fine. That's okay to make the mistakes, a lot of stuff. But don't be on life. And this situation, a 61 grooming you. This is not the same thing that you choose to be with this guy. I don't get nobody to say it was something. It's a brainwashing here. And you got to think. You got to look at this. It's like, come on now. What's this? It's a person she trusted, and that the stranger, it's like, yeah, we would discuss it as a stranger, but it's someone you trusted, and that's what sometimes, you know, what was the Paul? They would say the nature of sexual assault has changed because you usually think it would be a stranger, but someone we in our face knowing every day that's doing this. So it's like it is disgusting to see that, and her and him going on post, act like he's a freaking teenager himself, and she's going to act like people jealous of her, that we want her life. I said, no, girl. I hope she comes to the senses like them, but she definitely need help. Instead of marry her, give her some help that how she dealing with her mother not being there. Her mother was selling crack, her mother was drugs, it's like that. Let's help her out in that way instead of groom or playing on her and do this. So I don't blame her for all that stuff because she's a young adult and it might not be fully, but brainwashing, and this guy, he's the fault here, and all that stuff. So, but then again, she want to be grown, be an adult, and cursing people about, tell her we need to mind our business. Then that's what it is.
Tracy, what are your thoughts?
Why is he not in somebody's jail?
What are the statute of limitations exactly?
Why is he not in someone's jail? Because say what you want. Because she could choose not to press charges, and the state could just pick them up. It's real simple. Like the state has the option to pick them up. Because you say what you want to. If you have a 2-year-old daughter with an 18-year-old, that means you were sleeping with her when she was like 15, 16-ish.
Yeah. And what was the state?
Sounds like jail time to me. Most statutes of limitation is like 6 years for that. 6, 10, 20, depending on your state. So they're well within the time. They're well within their time limit to pick up those charges. Which is where my thought process is, which is real simple of, why are you not in somebody's jail cell? Why are you and Bubba not becoming real good BFFs? I just don't understand. Help me to understand, because common sense would tell me that my next statement to you should be, don't drop the soap. Should be my next statement to you. But hey, you know, it's Florida, so we also have to realize where we're talking about, because you know they can do things in Florida that they can't do in some other states. Because okay, but the more that I hear the story, the more that I read about the story, the more things that come out about this story, and watching them on live, watching her defend him, watching him defend her, watching people tear up their cars and going after their families and all this other stuff. I was like, that's horrible. Go after him. Stick with the target, people. The target. Him. Stick there. Y'all varying too much for me. Get him. Get him.
You're muted, Mizzle.
I am. I said, yeah, he's the fault. He's the fault. Okay, he was grooming her. And I would say, yes, it had to be. And I don't know. I know New York, the age of consent is 17. So what is Florida? 16?
I don't know.
I have to look it up. So like that. But
ratchet ass Florida. That's what Lovely T calls it.
that's what I'm saying. The mother can't do nothing because she didn't raise her daughter. She didn't like mine. So who else was there? What's the grandma? And nobody protect this girl. Nobody was there for me.
Florida's age of consent is 18.
That. See?
And like, you know, like Brittany said, what if they married so she couldn't testify against them?
That don't work. That's not how that works. That's not how that works. That's not how that works though.
We'll
so
keep up with the story and see. I'll be surprised.
Yeah, you can't use that like spousal privilege thing when it comes to of something that you broke the law did before y'all got married. Because I was reading it on someone else's thing where they said like, oh yeah, that doesn't work when like it's you know a R kind of case or whatever. Like they have rules where they're like, yeah, you can't use that to cover that. You can't use that to cover that. You can't use it to cover everything. You can use it to cover most things, but not when it's the R word. They remove that from most places to say like, just because you're doing that doesn't mean that you could just do whatever. No, you can't do that. So that's not gonna work for them this time. So this is why I don't understand why the state haven't picked up the charges. Pick them up, lock them up.
And to pick him up and slap his ass with him. I am going to keep an eye on this story just because I'm curious as to what's going to happen with him. If he's actually going to jail, like, I don't know. Brittany said, y'all not going to give my state too much now. Ratchet ass Florida, child. They off the chain. I'll be in Florida again in June, child, but please believe.
I just saw a news alert where y'all's governor, Brittany, I'm sorry, is offering $5,000 bonus for cops to come to Florida who are resistant to vaccine mandates.
Lord have mercy. Oops.
So,
what did I just do there?
Sorry, Brittany.
Them are the topics that I have for tonight. We're going to get into our quick little game real quick before we get out of here. Can anyone file on behalf of her? I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah, the state of Florida.
Mm-hmm.
The state of Florida.
They're not going to because Florida don't care about Black people.
Very true.
Very, very true. All right, y'all. So for tonight's threesome F buddy and one night stand, it's gonna be the Queens, all the Queens Men edition tonight, okay? Because if you have not watched all the Queens Men on BET, if you like to see some nice little chocolate, it's not bad.
I don't want to pay for BET, so I haven't seen it.
Hey, if you got a fire stick, you got the jailbreak your fire stick, and you look
don't
at
have a fire stick either.
Oh, you behind. You behind. But that's okay because I got something.
Is it free on Amazon Prime?
Huh?
Is it free on Amazon Prime? Ooh,
No,
is it free on Hulu?
No, it have to be BT Plus or Fire Stick.
It's only on BET Plus. Yeah.
Well, then I'm gonna have to catch up through you.
I see though. Yes, Brittany, ratchet ass Florida. Okay, so we're gonna start with the ladies tonight. Okay, first off, we're gonna start with the ladies. Okay, out of Eva Marcel, what is Eva's character? Eva's character is Madam
Bell. Yep.
Yes.
Bell.
And then we have Blue. Blue is the head of security. And then we have DJ Dime over there. I like DJ Dime. She seemed like she cool as hell. So, Mizzle, this is your game. I'm gonna start with you, okay?
I need context.
Who would you want to have a threesome with? One night stand, and who would you want to be your regular F buddy?
Okay, so let me see. I told him because I could say Eva could be my F buddy because she has money. She has money, and
that is true.
She probably has a husband. So I would say maybe I could do a sneaker lick. But I would say maybe I could do a threesome because I could have a husband with it too with her. So I don't know.
Ooh,
I could do that. And her husband, her husband fine. I don't care. Listen, look fine, got nice eyes, got cute. He made cute kids, whatever. That's what I say. I gotta have a good time with even Marcel. We have a good time. We can talk about top metal. We can twerk. We can do all that stuff. So I'm torn between doing a threesome or the F buddy with her. But if I had to choose, probably I would say F buddy because I can have ongoing access with her, and then we probably work that husband, stuff like that. And DJ Blue, yes, she's beautiful. So maybe I would do a one night stand with her. Blue, that sister, she's hard. She's hard. It's like she's tough. So I was like, I'll probably do a threesome with her with someone else because I don't know. She look like go beat my behind.
She ain't gonna be feminine with it at all. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, say, girl, you're gonna be aggressive in the bedroom. I said that we gotta share her. So F buddy Eva, threesome with her, and one night stay with DJ Blue.
What you got, baby sis?
I need context because I know Eva Marcella is Eva Pickford from America's Next Top Model. And I've never seen, I don't have BET Plus. But if I'm basing it purely on looks and purely on looks, I'd have to give a one night stand to Miss Eva Marcel because she's short and I don't do short people. Okay. From the pictures alone, what's the one on the end? The other end?
DJ Dime and Blue.
All right. DJ Dime looks short too, but she looks like she'd take care of me. So I'd give her a threesome. Okay. Now the one in the middle, she looked like she can handle me all the way. Okay. So I just that look like she could succeed where my husband has failed many times. And that is to get this mouth under control.
Oh no.
Ooh, on that note, okay, so I would make Eva my regular F buddy just because, like you said, Mizzle, she got money and she got a lot of access and a lot of pull. And I don't want to piss her off. Okay. Blue is she very masculine for me. That's scary. It makes me nervous.
It's the hair, the high cheekbones, and the look.
Yeah, she look like she been packing logs her whole life. Neither she been fighting the concrete all her life. She had to fight. So yeah, we just gonna do a one night stand, get that over with. And then I do Dime and maybe Eva just to knock it all out. Cause Eva gonna pay for everything anyway, so Bing bang, bada ba, boom. Okay, so on to the men. This is what I really
Mm. Ooh. I think I just got heartburn.
So we got Doc, who's Bolo.
Yes.
Yeah. What's
Midnight in the middle.
Midnight. That's the middle.
And then
And we got
Babyface on the
Babyface.
end.
Mm.
Let me go first so I can get this out the way. Bolo is mine. Okay? I want all of Bolo. That would be my regular every day, every morning.
This guy, right?
This one right here.
Yeah,
okay,
Bolo's
dark skin.
good one with them.
All of this
Dark
right
skin.
here. Okay? He would be my regular F buddy. Okay? And then my one night stand would be with Babyface. And the only reason why I say that is because he's skinny.
Right.
I'm not much into skinny men. I like my men thick. I like my men thick with some to Now y'all gonna think I'm crazy, but I'm finna be for real. I have a threesome with Bolo and Midnight.
Oh.
That would be awesome. What? No, I'm there. No, because you can have one squeezing the front of your neck, the other one squeezing the back of your neck, and then if they get it perfectly together, what?
Child, I be walking around here like I've been riding a bucking bronco my whole doggone life.
Yeah.
Like I'm a straight buckaroo. I doggone sure would.
You gonna be walking around here like on stink. Like
girl, I'm gonna walk around like I'm bow-legged, feet gonna be bent in like this. You won't be able to tell me a doggone thing. Okay. Baby sis, who you got? I'm finna stare at Bolo while you talking.
I'm gonna stare at Midnight because it's that whole body and that upper lip thing and the beard. I like to wet some beards. Anyway.
Oh, my bad. I do.
Okay, this one, the skinny one. Babyface. I'd one night stand him because again, he looks skinny, and though skinny dudes have been known to have big dicks.
True that.
But they're long and skinny, and there's no girth to them. So, all right. Okay. I know the one in the middle is Midnight. I want.
Yeah.
My finger's going off camera. Dark skin.
Yeah.
I do a 3-way with dark skin and Midnight. Just all day, every day. Honestly, if I could like put a ring on both of them and then just one on each hand and just walk them. That's what I want.
I'd like to take the dick off and put it in my closet so I can use whatever I want.
I want the dick, the abs, the arms, the triceps, the biceps, the face. Honestly.
That type of dick come with problems. That type of dick come with problems. It comes with emotional instability. It comes with a little bit of chemical imbalance, attachment, violence.
You just take the brain out.
See, that's the type of dick I'm just going to need you. Just take it out before you leave the house. Put it up in the closet, okay? I'll watch over it until you need it back. But other than that, you better take that dick out and put that bitch in my closet.
Actually,
look at Midnight all covering me like he protected me or something. I all over my face. Oh, in the middle. He's like, I dare y'all come next to him. I'm dare y'all. But despite him protecting me in my face, I don't know. Midnight look like I'm scared of him. I don't know. He looks so like he might say, "Come on, it looked like he about to throw in the bed and have anything and just go rough with me." I said, "Motherfucker, calm down, bitch."
All of that, yeah.
So, yeah, I would do Doc Bolo. No, right here.
Bolo.
F buddy. Yes, because he does have a nice body. He does have a nice stature to him, and his nice brown chocolate skin. So I could deal with him. It's like that. And I don't know. Call her how freaking Eva was act like she act not Eva. Portia act like she didn't do nothing. I said, girl, why the fuck you lying?
Why not?
That's what I said. I was saying, hell motherfucking yes. I said, Kenya, you had to throw my tea. Shit.
My bad. I'm trying to rest my head on his.
So I would do F Buddy with Bolo. Babyface, I don't know. Look like Midnight might have a girth that I can't do. I like the more skinny one than the girth because listen, it feels better. Because when you stressed out, it hurts. It's painful. So I probably do Babyface as I would do Babyface as my one night stand, and I would share Midnight with someone else. Let them do the aggression, and I could play nibble, all that stuff like that.
I do the aggression. Shit.
I mean, looking at dark skin, I need a paper bag over his face.
Oh no, you did.
I don't know what it is. Like I'm getting a good look at him, and he kind of looks mousy. And maybe if there was like a full body shot, but see, even then, that would still be a disservice to me. Yeah, that'll be a disservice to me because say one day I meet him in real life and I'm like, oh yeah, you fine, you cute. That's only because I've seen pictures from like the head down, and when I should see his whole, he needs a bag for me.
How about if you could choose any one of these?
Oh,
yeah, I know who my pick is. Fuego.
Bolo. Hey, Bolo.
Bolo's nice, but it would be Fuego and Bolo. Those two.
Fuego. Ooh.
Fuego. No, that's not Fuego. No. This is Fuego. I like
Fuego is over there. Yeah.
This one? Who's this one?
Sisters. He's in that show. That's
Midnight.
But
that was Midnight still.
Midnight. Yeah.
That's Midnight right there.
I can point him out. Okay, I want you.
So that's Midnight. This is Fuego. The one in the middle. It's called what's his name of the show?
The one in the middle.
I might have to watch
it. He was like Addiction.
Addiction, yeah, that's his name. Addiction. And Doc and they Babyface. So these two will be nice.
See, look, my coworker Sheila, she keeps telling me about this show. It's this one, and then what's that other one?
I want to motorboat their boobs. They're so beautiful.
Oh, let me ask you what the show is about. All the Queen's Men is on BEC Plus. It's about Eva Marcel plays a madam. Her name is Madame DeVille, and she runs gentleman club service. It's like strippers, dancers, stuff like that, and she runs that. But also she's like a hardcore gangster like type person. It's like that. Mess with her or mess with one of her players here, you get got. All that stuff like that. And she does that. She does things down, and then she also have a side story about her father and her sister. You know, Ronnie from Players Club. Her sister, not Ronnie. No, that's all right. Yeah, that is Ronnie from Players Club. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Her sister and everything. Ronnie, so it's basically about a woman who's in the club who up with that stage, and she got to the top. And no matter what, people trying to take her down, and one's ahead of them. So that's what the show is about.
And
I want to sit on Midnight's face
all over again. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm speaking very inappropriately, so don't even worry about it.
Yeah, girl. Oh my goodness. You're some beautiful man. Y'all, I'm so sorry. I was really sitting up here daydreaming.
No problem.
Anyways, back to life, back to reality. That's it. That's all I got. Y'all got anything else?
I was on TikTok recently, and this cult on there is fucking crazy.
Inbox me. Let me know about it. Oh, before we get out of here, Mizzle, do you have anything going on this week?
Oh, Mizzle? So Wednesday, I'm doing a live of All the Queen's Men. Not All the Queen's Men. No, we just talk about on Wednesday night around 9:30 p.m. I ain't listened to it yet. I gotta listen to it. I know I forget about it. But on Wednesday, I'm doing a live of Queens and Games People Play. I'm gonna do a little quick little review of Insecure. So those 3 shows I'm talking about on this Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. And on Friday I might do a little late after work gossip on my channel. We could just talk about anything. So tomorrow you're free to join me and everything. We could just talk about anything. If y'all want to talk about relationships, men, females, things about happening in the world, it's gonna be an open gossip talk for Friday. Because I don't think I'm gonna do a live for Sunday because it's Halloween. I ain't doing no live that day. So I'm just gonna
I won't be live on Sunday. We might.
I'm gonna get candy wasted on Sunday. So
yes. And Liver of Life is asking you about the TikTok thing, baby.
Yeah, no, it's this cult. It's fucking weird as shit. It's this girl, Angela something or another. I gotta go back and look it up again. And she is at one point a BBW herself. And now she has this legion of black BBWs that is like cutting themselves for her, getting tattoos of her name on them for her, signing entire paychecks over to this female who, from everything that I've gathered, again, was a BBW herself. She done slimmed down. She's acting like she's a stud, but she's not. And she has a whole wife that was the original daddy. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, send me a link to it so I can look at it.
I gotta look it up again. It should not be hard considering this shit somehow has flooded my fucking TikTok and my fucking Facebook. So.
Hot mess. My review for Queens will be up tomorrow. I know I'm late for that review, but I still want to review it because I love that show. Only 1 episode in, and I absolutely love Queens. I love it. I love it. That and Marriage Boot Camp will be up as well. Yes, let me copy this right now, and I'm going to leave the link to Mizzle's channel. You all make sure you are subscribed to Mizzle's channel as well as Baby Sis's channel. She does reviews as well.
I do liquor reviews. I haven't done one in like 2 weeks because my husband drunk the rest of what I wanted to do. So I gotta find me something else now.
While the outro is playing, I'm gonna drop Baby Sis's channel info in the chat as well as Mizzle's. Both their IG pages, so you can follow them as well.
Do you need my YouTube link?
I'm on YouTube. I have another screen open.
Oh, awesome. Good. Because I don't want to do it.
Appreciate everybody for coming by. Liver of Life, Opulence Prime, Brittany, my big sis, Black Diamonds World. Everybody that came through. Dahlia, JW, Baby Hayes, Finding Marissa Elvis. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all so much. Y'all could have been doing anything else on a Monday, but y'all came here and chilled with us.
Y'all be safe.
Yes, Opulence says she'll be tuning in on Friday for sure. Make sure your notification bells are turned on so you don't miss that. Stay cool, Mizzle. Good night, Opulence. Little sis, stay choked. Stay awesome.
First of all, I
like the choking. Good night, big sis. We love y'all.
Love y'all.
We'll see y'all next Monday, probably, for Real Queens Real Talk with a gentleman's perspective. Bye.
Bye.
have a question or need some advice, send us an email at realqueensrealtalk@gmail.com. And remember, you can always remain anonymous.